Hi, this is Brittney, Toothless's mommy.
And this is Brad, Toothless's daddy. So we're here to tell Toothless's story. And it started with me and my kids finding her in the back parking lot of a gas station. And I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, look at that little kitten. And they went off to try and catch her. And she gave us a good chase, but got her head stuck in a grate. My youngest child grabbed her up, and she was cold, and she was wet and dirty, and she hissed at us. And we took her home, and we nursed her back to health. So it started out that she lived with me at my apartment. My wife and I weren't married at the time. Toby took care of her, and she snuggled with him. And we had a good old time in that little apartment. And she was running around and being a feisty little kitten. And she just seemed extremely adorable, but also very, very tiny. And I wasn't sure why.
So, we realized when we got her that something was different with her. We assumed she was a dwarf because the way she looked, her jaw was smaller, her ears were very big compared to her head size. Her legs were short, obviously, and even her paws were shaped a little more round than normal cats. So we took her to a vet that specializes just in cats, and they did a bunch of tests to check for different kinds of dwarfism. And luckily, she just has it's just a genetic condition called chondrodysplasia, and she doesn't have any major health problems from it. Dwarf cats can have a lot of joint issues and heart problems, but luckily 5 years in, she's healthy. There's a few things that are different. Her pelvis is shaped different, so she's more prone to constipation. And her ears are being so big, and the ear canal shape is a little different, so she gets ear infections, and we have to clean her ears out regularly.
And then also she can't clean her own back, so I have to use a warm washcloth on her back to clean her back.
Yeah, she just can't reach because she's so small.
And then the reason we named her Toothless was my kids' favorite movie at the time was How to Train Your Dragon. And of course, Toothless is the name of the dragon, and our little dwarf kitty and that adorable dragon in the movie looked pretty much exactly alike. And she had a lot of the same mannerisms as well as that attitude. But then also, she had issues with her teeth, and half of her teeth had to get pulled due to tooth resorption. And now she actually is almost toothless. She only has her front teeth. So it kind of ironically ended up being true with her name.
And we have, because we wanted to prevent joint problems later in life, we put tiny little stairs all over the house just so she doesn't have to jump and stress her joints too much. We even had one set custom made to reach up to the windowsill to go out into her catio. And really just the whole house revolves around her needs. If it's too cold, we'll turn the AC up, or we're just always wanting to know, where is she? What does she need? What is she doing? So she's definitely the queen of the house.
And then some of the things she liked, when I lived in my apartment, I had a quilt covering my couch, and she loved laying on that quilt. When my wife and I got married and we bought a house and moved in together, we just kind of packed that quilt away, and one day my wife got it out and covered up with it on the couch, and Toothless, we call her the baby a lot, the baby ran over and jumped up onto the quilt and settled on the quilt. And we're like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this quilt and how much she loves it. We shape it into a cave for our little baby dragon, and it's in the corner of the couch, and she goes in there whenever she wants to. She curls up in it, and we have a rule that you can't take her out of there when she's in it. It's her safe zone. But she also loves going outside and eating grass. And then her mom grows grass for her in a little box. And she loves rubbing on it and eating it. And then we have a catio attached to one of the windows in the living room that's outside. And she loves going on the catio. And then, of course, her absolute favorite thing to eat is tuna. She loves tuna. We put her medicine in it because she has a joint of medicine to help her keep her joints limber. And then also she takes, what's it called?
Laxatives.
She takes laxatives as well every day to make sure she's okay. And we put that in the tuna as well. And whenever we say that it's tuna time, she comes running.
Yeah, and we just feel so lucky to have found her and have her in our life and to have kept her. We considered, should we even have another cat? We've already got 2, but we're just so happy every day that we did keep her and just want to give her the best life we can.